Okay, so you've heard the word 1,000 times, right? Blockchain. It sounds complicated, technical, maybe even a little intimidating. But what if I told you that all that complex jargon is just hiding a brilliantly simple idea? Today, we're going to strip all that away and think of it as just one thing, a shared record book.
Think about it for a sec. Where does all your most important digital information live? Your money? Well, that's just an entry in a bank's ledger. Your personal data? It's sitting on some company's server. We spend our lives trusting these single guardians with everything. But what happens if that guardian makes a mistake? Or, worse, what if they can't be trusted? There has to be a better way to keep the books, right?
Well, that better way is the big idea behind blockchain. Instead of one person, or one bank, or one company holding the book, what if we all held a copy? This simple shift, just going from a private ledger to a shared one, is honestly what makes this whole thing so revolutionary.
Now, if you remember just one single thing from our chat today, please make it this sentence. This is the heart and soul of blockchain. In plain English, a shared record book that nobody owns, but everybody can check. Let's really break down what that means.
First up, nobody owns it. Simple as that. There's no single company in charge, no government, no CEO calling the shots. This isn't Google's book or your bank's book. It belongs to everyone who uses it, to the network itself.
And second, everybody can check it. And this is where the magic really starts. We're talking thousands of computers all around the world, each holding an identical copy of the entire record book. This creates this incredible, powerful system of checks and balances.
And finally, everything recorded is permanent. Once an entry is made in this book, it's there for good. It can't be secretly changed, it can't be edited, and it definitely can't be deleted. It's like it's written in a kind of digital permanent ink.
So, you might be wondering, how does this special book actually work without just falling into total chaos? Well, it all runs on 4 simple but totally unbreakable rules. Think of these as the rules of the book, the core properties that give it all its power.
So let's just walk through these 4 core properties, the 4 rules that make this whole new system of trust even possible.
First, it's decentralized. Using our analogy, this just means there is no head librarian. There's no single person who controls the book. Instead, everyone on the network has a full copy. So if one copy gets destroyed, or if someone tries to tamper with it, it honestly doesn't matter, because thousands of other identical copies are still out there to prove what's true.
Second, it's immutable. It's kind of a fancy word, but all it means is unchangeable. This is our permanent ink rule. Once a transaction is written down and added to the book, it cannot be erased. You can't just go back and scribble something out later. This creates this perfect, unchangeable history of everything that's ever happened.
Third, it's transparent. This record book is completely open for public viewing. I mean, anyone, anywhere can look through its pages and check the entries for themselves. It's this radical kind of openness, and it builds a completely different kind of trust. And fourth, it's secure. Now, this is where it gets really clever. Each entry, each page in our book is sealed shut with a super complex digital lock. That's cryptography. But here's the kicker. That lock is mathematically linked to the page before it, which is linked to the page before that, creating you guessed it, a chain. And that chain is what makes the book so incredibly hard to mess with.
So let's just put it all together real quick. The system is decentralized, meaning everyone has a copy. It's immutable, so no erasing allowed. It's transparent, so the book is open for anyone to read. And it's secure, because every single page is chained and locked to the last one. You put those 4 rules together, and you've basically built a fortress of a record book.
So what's the end result when you combine these 4 powerful ideas? Well, you get a system for keeping records that no single person, no company, and no government can control, or manipulate, or shut down. You get a totally new foundation for trust itself.
And that leads us to the ultimate payoff. This is the big aha moment of blockchain. Because everyone has a copy of the book, and because every page is cryptographically chained to the last one, it means that nobody can sneak in and change the record without everyone else noticing immediately. To cheat the system, you'd have to find a way to change the book on thousands of computers all around the world, all at the exact same time, which is, practically impossible.
And this leaves us with one final, massive question. Now that we get how this shared record book works, what can we actually build with it? What does it mean for things like money, for contracts, for how we vote, maybe even for art, when the foundation you're building on is truly unbreakable? Now that's the real revolution, and it's something worth thinking about.